Alright man, so what is up guys, Airball here and I'm back with another video and this is going to be the best playmaking defensive anchor build on NBA 2K25. So I'm not going to waste any time, let's just straight in the video. So I'm going to go right hand, jersey number else, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to press continue. Now starting off with the position, we're going to go center. Alright, this is a center build. We're going to go 7 foot for the height. Alright, 7 foot. The weight is going to be 257 pounds. And wingspan, we're going to go ahead and max out the wingspan. Now the reason why we're going to go 257 is because we want that 96 strength. We're not going to get 96 strength off the rip. There's ability to get 91. But if you use your +5 cap breakers, then you can get 96. And then 96 strength will get you that legend box out beast. And you'll also be able to get Hall of Fame brick wall with 95. So that's why we're going to go with that. 257 with a 7'8" wingspan, which will help out with defense and things like that. But starting off with the finishing, we're going to go with an 84 close shot, which is just enough to get us that paint prodigy on silver, which is really all that matters. It'll basically just help out with, just getting layups over people. It's basically just how, close shot is very important this year, though, because if you don't have a high close shot, you will miss a lot of wide open layups. So make sure to go with the 84. Driving dunk is going to be a 75. So 73 will get us posterizer on bronze, but 75 will just get us a few more dunk animations. So we're going to go with 75. Obviously, if you want to go higher, go 73, or even if you want to go lower, you can. But for me, I'm going to go 75. The standing dunk is going to be a 90. Alright, we're going to go 90 standing dunk, which we got to upgrade the vertical, I think, to at least a 67, and we'll be able to get gold rise up. Gold rise up, man, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty decent. You could obviously go 81, and then maybe save and go on a few more attributes, but we want the build name playmaking defensive anchor. Alright, and so we're going to, try to get that name, and we need the 90 standing dunk. And then the post control is going to be 61. That's just going to be tied into the strength, which is going to be 91. So, don't go any higher or lower, just keep it at 61. Now, moving on to shooting, alright, we really got to pay attention to this. The mid-range is going to be a 77. Now, I know what you might be saying. You need a 78 midi for a silver set shot to go with 78. But for this build, we need to go 77 to keep the name playmaking defensive anchor. If we go 78, no matter what we do with any of the other attributes, the build will be called a two-way inside the arc maestro. For this build, we want it to be like a catfish name. So I'm going to go at the highest mid-range you can possibly get without getting that name, which is 77. And I know with 78, you can get silver set shot. So if you want to change the name, that's fine. But one thing you can do actually is if you hit level 40, and if you were to actually make this build, you could hit level 40, get your +1 cap breaker, put that one on mid-range, then you'll be able to get 78 midi with that silver set shot, and then you have an option to actually change the name, I'm pretty sure. So you could keep the name as the playmaking defensive anchor, and you could still get that 78 midi with the silver set shot. So that's what I'm going to do. But obviously, if you want to go 78 and you don't really care about the name, then that's fine. But for this build, we're going to go with 77. Now, pass accuracy is going to be a 93. Also, we put the free throw up to 61. But pass accuracy is going to be a 93, which is just enough to get us that Hall of Fame break starter, as well as 92 pass accuracy gets us that Hall of Fame diamond. Alright, so you can max +1 that, get it up to legend, and then you'll obviously have Hall of Fame break starter as well for this build, which is going to be very, very solid. So, I'm telling you, these playmaking badges are pretty solid, just for throwing down court passes and things like that off the rebounds. So we're going to go with 93 just to get that diamond pretty high, and it'll help with outlet passing. Now moving on to interior defense, we're going to go with an 82, which will get us that post lockdown on silver, and it'll help with guarding post score. You are 257 with a 7'8" wingspan, so you'll be able to get burly body shape, and you're going to have max wingspan. So it should be pretty easy, easy enough at least to play defense on the post. The perimeter defense is going to be a 62, which is just enough to get a movable enforcer on bronze. The steal is going to be a 60, which gets us that interceptor on bronze. So yeah, bronze interceptor, it's not great, but you can go 70 if you want to. You only get bronze glove with that. So I would go 60 just to get the interceptor, and then 70 doesn't really do too much because you get glove, but glove doesn't really do too much again because you're 7 foot, so you're not really going to be ripping people. But interceptor seals are definitely very important, so I'd say go at least 60 to get that bronze interceptor. Now moving on to block, that's going to be an 88. Now we do get paint patrol on silver with 84, but with 88 block, we'll get gold high flying denier, which is pretty solid. So go with 88, and then the offensive rebound, I'm going to go with a 76. Now I know it seems a little bit low, but the defensive rebound is going to be a 94. And keep in mind that you will have gold rebound chaser. You are 7 foot, you have burly body shape, you have max wingspan, and you're going to have an 80 vertical. So having that 76 offensive rebound, even though it might seem bad, trust me, you'll be able to snag boards over people with this build. Especially if you get cap breakers, you do use +5. You can get 99 rebound, get legend rebound chaser, or even if you get 94, you can use your max +1, get the Hall of Fame rebound chaser, and then you'll still be snagging just fine with that. So now moving on to speed. It's going to be a 67. We're going to max that out. We're going to go ahead and max out the acceleration. We're going to put the strength up to a 91, which is just enough to get us that brick wall on gold. So, 91 gets us brick wall. And then, again, if you got cat breakers, you could use +5, get it up to 96 strength, and then you'll be able to get Legend Box Out Beast, as well as Hall of Fame brick wall with the 95 strength. And then the vertical, I'm going to go ahead and put that up to an 80, and that should do it for the build, as you guys see there. But this is what the build is looking like, man. We get 80 vertical, which gets us that gold high flying denier. And you guys see here, we do get rise up on gold with that 90 standing dunk. So, I'm telling you, this build is very, very well balanced. You get elite big man contact dunks, you get pro big man contact dunks, you get gold rise up, you get 75 driving dunk for the good animations, you get a decent enough mid range, you can use your +1 cat breaker, get the set shot specialist on silver, so you'll be able to shoot the ball pretty decently. You might be saying 74 is a little bit low. Trust me, 74 is not as bad as you think it is. Like, you won't be able to hit every shot, obviously, because of how the game is, but with 74 3-ball, you'll be able to hit more consistently than you think, especially if you have a good jump shot. Now, pass accuracy, again, it's going to be very, very good. You have 2 Hall of Fame badges there. You get the interior at 82, so you get that silver post lockdown. You get the bronze move enforcer with 62 perimeter, and again, it'll help out with just, defending the perimeter in general. The steal, 60, again, interceptor, that's cool. Block, 88, you get the high flying denier. You get paint patrol on silver. Rebounding, 94, obviously, again, very, very solid, which you can use your... I would recommend using your +5 cat breakers on rebounding, but if you wanted to go somewhere else, I would probably put it on strength or standing dunk. You can go 95 standing dunk, you get Hall of Fame rise up, and then max +1 get that to legend if you wanted to. You can have a lot of options with this build in terms of what you want for cat breakers. You could also go with 98 pass accuracy, get Legend Break Starter and Legend Dimer. I don't know. It's really up to you, man, when you put on this build, because the build is so well-rounded that you can, you have a lot of options in terms of cat breakers. Speed, agility, still decent enough. You still get a good enough strength, obviously 91, and the vertical is still an 80, man. So this build, I'm telling you, is looking like a beast. I'm not going to lie. So, playmaking defensive anchor, you get a catfish name as well, because when people see the playmaking defensive anchor, they think, oh, it's just a normal inside, with like a 90 pass accuracy, and then, obviously defensive anchor. But this build can shoot, man. So, this is going to be like a catfish center build, which is why I wanted to have this name in. If you guys see here, if I go ahead and edit the build and then put like anything down, like I'll put like the perimeter down, I guess, to like 60, and that goes 78 mid-range. You guys see I do get the silver set shot specialist, which is an important badge. But you guys see the shades of change to Jokic and Embiid. And then if we get the name here, it's going to be called a two-way inside the arc maestro, which we don't want that. We want the catfish name, so we're going to go with a 77 midi, and then we're going to get the 62 perimeter. Just for the catfish name, I'm telling you, he's going to be really solid. It's really just going to fake people out when you play them. That's going to do it for the video. If you guys liked it, make sure to comment, subscribe. I post every single day on this channel, so make sure to stay tuned for daily uploads. But this is Airball. Peace.